This is Gentle Lake Memories, written by Bruce Kaler, M.D., narrated by Sterry. Chapter 1. The Ordinary World. The Nichols family home in Atlanta was a whirlwind of activity as the summer approached. The house, a two-story craftsman with ivy creeping up its brick facade, hummed with the sounds of packing, last-minute errands, and the occasional sibling squabble. For the Nichols, summer meant one thing: Lake Burton. It had been their retreat for over a decade, a place where life slowed down and the pressures of work and school melted away under the Georgia sun. Tony Nichols, a professor of art history at Emory University, stood in his study surrounded by stacks of books and papers. His desk was cluttered with slides of Renaissance paintings and lecture notes for a course he was preparing for the fall. But today his focus wasn't on art history. It was on getting his family ready for their annual trip to the lake. "Phyllis," Tony called out as he rifled through a stack of papers, "have you seen my notebook? The one with the sketches from last summer?" Phyllis Nichols appeared in the doorway, her arms full of folded towels. She was a part-time family lawyer with a sharp mind and an even sharper wit, but at home she was the glue that held everything together. "Well, it's probably in your bag from last year," she said with a knowing smile. "You never unpacked it." Tony chuckled sheepishly. "You're probably right." Downstairs, Walter, the eldest of the Nichols children at 14, was busy organizing his fishing gear. He had inherited his father's love of detail, but channeled it into outdoor pursuits rather than academia. Walter was tall for his age, with a mop of dark hair that constantly fell into his eyes. "Liz," he shouted toward the stairs, "where's my tackle box? I told you not to touch it." Liz, 12 years old and already showing signs of her mother's sharp intellect, appeared at the top of the stairs with a book in one hand and an exasperated expression on her face. "I didn't touch your tackle box," she replied coolly. "Maybe you left it in the garage." Walter muttered something under his breath as he headed toward the garage to check. Meanwhile, Violet, the youngest, at 8 years old, was sitting cross-legged in the living room, surrounded by crayons and paper. She was working on a drawing of Lake Burton from memory, a scene she had sketched dozens of times before, but never tired of recreating. "Mom," Violet called out as she held up her drawing, "do you think this looks like the lake?" Phyllis paused on her way to the laundry room to take a look. "It's..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?